There are more generations in the workforce than ever before, with up to 5 generations all trying to work together at the same time. Generational differences and tensions are a regular feature in any discussion of work culture and challenges. So, how do we not only reduce the downside risk of having the broad range of ages working together, but also harness the potential benefits? I've managed teams that included people who are brand new to the workforce, right through to those who are retirement age. For me, the benefits were obvious, but there were occasional misunderstandings and challenges that needed to be managed. Here are some points to consider when leading a multi-generational team. 1. People are far more than their generation. While each generation may have had some shared experiences, there is a huge diversity within generations. Leading someone solely based on their generation is likely to end up in poor outcomes for you and for them. Their goals, needs, and interests are likely to be more about them as an individual than them as a member of a generation. 2. Find out what matters to each individual. Have open discussions with your team members about their goals and what matters to them. You might be surprised at what people raise during this discussion. For example, you might find that younger and older team members both share a common interest in flexible work arrangements, but for vastly different reasons. 3. Tailor to individuals and their needs where possible. Adjusting your approach and meeting the needs of your team members is really important. For example, I've helped people to take additional unpaid leave for an overseas trip, varied the start and end times for other people that needed flexibility, and allowed people to work from different locations. You also want to do this in a way that is fair and sustainable. Be clear with people what you can and can't vary and why. You don't want to set up precedents that are difficult to undo in the future. 4. Build understanding and appreciation of diversity. Provide opportunities for people to work together and get to know each other. Use discussion prompts in team meetings with time set aside to build an understanding of each other. A great idea here is to ask people to share a 5-star recommendation, anything that they would give 5 stars to. This could include a book, a holiday destination, an activity, a movie, a restaurant, a recipe, really anything that you can think of. You might be surprised at what interests people have in common. 5. Encourage inclusion. Diverse teams only outperform other teams where there is understanding and inclusion. Encourage people to actively include and consult with others to gain their perspectives on key issues. Use the experience in your team by asking people to mentor each other. I've even seen mentoring work really well where a younger team member might mentor an older team member on something like the use of technology or social media. Don't assume that the mentor needs to be older than the person being mentored. Harnessing the diversity in a multi-generational team can unlock many benefits for your team and for your organization. It all starts with understanding and valuing the different experiences, skills, and preferences that people bring. Building inclusion can help people to see multiple generations in your team as a benefit rather than a drawback.